Hi budget babes, welcome to my YT channel. If you're new here or returning, my name is JaliyahKreationz. I teach people how to budget, so welcome in, you guys. Okay, so today guys, for today's example, we're going to be getting straight into it. We're going to be doing my girl Chrissy's budget. Her goal here is to pay off debt and save for a home. So we are going to get straight into it. Really get to it. Bow. Really get to it. Y'all probably tired of me saying that, but y'all, I wanted to do a sinking funds budget where we prioritize saving. I think that'll be my next example. I kind of feel like we did one on Morella's budget because her main goal was to save. So I'm just going to do this one because she wants to save, to pay off debt and save for a home. So we're going to get straight into it, you guys. I put my little keychain here. I have my calculators. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the email list at JaliyahKreationz.com. I am running a pre-order on these tomorrow, so you guys can get your calculators. But let's get straight to it. I'm going to jump into it. I hope the camera looks pretty good, you guys. I know you guys have been telling me to set it up a little bit better. It's just the way my tripod is. It won't go that high, so I'm trying to, you know, have this pretty decent for you guys. Hopefully it looks okay, but we're going to get straight into it. Alrighty guys, so we're going to be doing Chrissy's budget here. And her goal is to pay off debt and save. So we're going to be just doing her a monthly budget. If you guys want to break it down to a weekly, we do have a weekly template in here, but I'm going to be doing this from a monthly standpoint. So let's go ahead and get in here. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do, you guys, is write down our monthly income after tax, which is going to be $21.92. $21.92. Perfect. So we're going to talk about two different type of expenses. Fixed expenses versus variable. Fixed are going to be our expenses that are usually the same every month. Rent, car insurance, mortgage, phone bills, Wi-Fi, any loans. These are going to be our bills that are usually the same every month. Then we're going to go in and write our variables. These are expenses that vary each month. Groceries, gas, eating out, personal care, household items, credit cards, all that stuff. So I'm going to go in and fill these in really quickly, and then we're going to add this up and see how much we have left over at the end of the month after all of our bills and expenses. Alright, you guys, now that we wrote those expenses, we're going to go ahead and add them up. Remember, your expenses is going to look different than the other person's expenses. Just because she spends that much on groceries due to her situation, that's her situation. I know y'all like to be in the comments and be like, well, mine don't look like that. There's no way she spends that much. This is what she says she spends, and that's what I'm standing by and going for. Your expenses are going to look different, guys, depending on your family and your living situation. So don't compare your budget to nobody else's. So let's go ahead and add this up. So 320 plus 951 is going to bring our expense total to 1271. So 1271 here. Oh, I wonder what this is in the shadow. Hold on, you guys. Alright, sorry budget babes. I was trying to get this camera a little bit better. I know you guys have been telling me, so I'm trying to make sure I'm angling better. But as you can see, the sunlight's here. I like to record in the sunlight, you guys. I just feel like it shows up the best on camera. So let me just angle this up a little bit better here for you guys. Hopefully this looks good and everyone could see everything in here. Y'all give me some feedback in the comments if I still need to fix this. I might just have to start doing it when the sun goes down and use my ring light as well, just so you guys can see everything okay. I don't know what this is that's in the shadow that you guys have. Is it this? No, it's not the ring light. I don't know what's in the shadow. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, and if we have issues, I'll have to see when I'm editing. All right, you guys, so we have our expenses total to $12.71. So we're gonna go ahead and find our cash surplus. What is our cash surplus? It's gonna be our full income minus our total of expenses. In this case, it's gonna be $21.92, which is our full income, minus $12.71, which is gonna be $921 left over. So this is the money that we'll have to put towards debt. So now we're gonna go ahead and write a debt payoff list. So let's go ahead and write down her debt, the balances, the minimum payment, and then we're gonna make a plan to get it paid off. Let's do it. You guys, I'm so upset. I thought I was recording that whole time. So our two cards that we have here are the Old Navy and the Master credit card. Old Navy has a balance of $340. The Master has a balance of $3,700 with a minimum of $120. We have $921 left over after our bills and expenses. So we're gonna go ahead and pay off this Old Navy first. Let's get this out the way since our goal is to budget, pay off debt and save here. So the first thing we're gonna do starting February, we're gonna have $921 left over after our bills and expenses. So $921 is how much we have left over after our bills and expenses starting this February. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and pay off the Old Navy. We're still gonna be paying our minimum here on our other cards, but we're gonna go ahead and pay off this Old Navy. So $921 minus $340, which is the balance on the Old Navy, is gonna be $581 that we are able to put in our savings. Just like that, we paid off a card and we're able to put some money in our savings. So now we are going to pay off the MasterCard. So we're gonna do the same process. All right, since we paid off the Old Navy card, we no longer have to pay this $60 minimum on the Old Navy. So we're gonna go ahead and add $60 back into our cash surplus. So starting March, guys, $921 plus $60 is going to be $981 is our new cash surplus. With $981, we want to work to pay off the MasterCard. So we did pay the minimum on the MasterCard last month, so it probably would be smaller, but we're going to act like we're still starting from the beginning. So $3,700, we're going to act like that's still the balance to cover any interest that accumulated. So since our goal is to pay off debt and save, we're going to put $700 of this towards debt. We're going to break down our cash surplus, the money we have left over. We're going to put $700 of that towards debt. And then we're going to put the rest of the $281 in our savings. Since it's going to take us a little bit longer to pay off this card, we still want to be putting some money in our savings here for a cushion. So yes, we can pull from our savings to pay off our debt quicker, but we're not going to pull that because we want to have a savings building while we're paying off debt. So starting March, we're going to put $700 towards debt. So let's go ahead and take $3,700 and divide it by 700, which is the balance on the MasterCard, and we're looking at roughly about 5.5 months, so we're just going to round up to 6. So remember, we are still paying this $120 minimum each month, but we're not including this in our expenses because this is the money we have left over after our bills and expenses. So this is before our cash surplus, you guys. So we're going to use this $120 as an interest barrier while we're working to pay off our card. So let's go ahead and fill in the months, the 6 months here. Alrighty, you guys, and just like that, it would take us roughly 6 months of putting $700 towards our debt, not including the minimum, because this minimum isn't our expenses, so that's going to cover our interest that accumulates. So roughly we're putting about $820 towards this MasterCard each month. It'll take about 6 months, so it'll take us to August, and then we put $281 in our savings each month for the last 6 months. This is what our savings will have here. So starting September, will officially be debt free. And now we no longer have to pay this $121 minimum. So we're gonna add this $120 minimum back into our original cash surplus, the $981, because that was our cash surplus before we broke it down. So starting September, our new cash surplus will be $1101. And we are debt free, and this is our cash surplus. Alrighty, budget babes, I hope this budget was helpful. I know it was a really fairly quick one, but it was one that got straight to the point, so I like it a lot. Budget planners can be purchased at JaliyahKreationz.com. Please let me know in the comments, guys, what type of budgets or videos you would like to see next. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe. Bye.